It's fair to say that March came in like a lion.
There's both happy and sad news about Jeopardy.
A pop icon pops up in Lancaster.
Debunking a myth about measles.
Good morning, Lancaster Catholic. I'm Jordan Nye.
And I'm Philip Bomberger.
And it's Friday, March 8th.
And this is your Week in Review.
This month started off with temperatures 15 degrees below average. We had 3 snowstorms over the weekend that ushered in an Arctic cold front. But there's hope. Daylight saving time arrives Sunday, and spring officially arrives in just 12 days.
Spring training for Major League Baseball has already started this week in Florida, with 2 of the game's best players finding new homes. Manny Machado agreed to a 10-year, $300 million deal with the Padres. But more importantly, Bryce Harper signed a 13-year, $330 million deal with our Philadelphia Phillies. This makes these 2 the highest paid players in North American sports.
And while their reputations are growing, Michael Jackson's is taking a hit. The Jackson family is fighting hard to save the King of Pop's reputation after the release of a damaging documentary. Arya Yang has the details.
On CBS this morning, the Jackson family reacted to the newly released documentary Leaving Neverland. It centers on 2 young men who recount in graphic details of how the singer sexually abused them, starting when they were just boys. The 4-hour movie aired in 2 parts this past weekend on HBO. Many people on social media said it ruined their enjoyment of Michael Jackson's music. And that's exactly what his family is concerned about. If people stop listening to Jackson's music, royalty fees will plummet. So the Jackson family is suing HBO. They claimed the movie amounts to a tabloid character assassination that Michael Jackson endured in life, and now in death. I'm Arya Yang.
As Jeopardy fans know, this week, Lancaster's own Brad Rudder led his team to a $1 million prize in the first ever Jeopardy All-Star Games. But just 3 days later, we got the news that Jeopardy host Alex Trebek is gravely ill. He announced he is fighting stage 4 pancreatic cancer. The 78-year-old finished his announcement with some humor, though, saying he must beat the low survival rate because his contract requires 3 more years.
This week, we also learned that actor Luke Perry died suddenly at the age of 52. He is well known for his roles as Dylan McKay in 90210 and Fred Andrews in Riverdale. Perry suffered a devastating stroke, and his family made the difficult decision to take him off of life support.
There was a celebrity sighting this week in Lancaster County. Katie Miller has the story.
This past weekend, Lancaster got a visit from the one and only Ariana Grande. She was seen at Target, on Lidditz Pike, and Whole Foods at Belmont. Grande posted a photo on her Instagram wearing a Target name tag, and in the picture, it said that she was visiting on her day off as she prepares for her Sweetener tour. The Grammy-winning singer is all the buzz, with many songs on the top 100 from her 2 recent albums. We don't know why she was here, but we know that she worked with Rock Lidditz in the past. But for whatever reason, it was still a huge surprise to see such a big star in Lancaster. I'm Katie Miller.
From ex-national candidate to local politician, Jess King has a new job. 5 months after losing her race for Congress to Lloyd Smucker, King has been hired to be Lancaster Mayor Deneen Sirache's chief of staff.
Childhood measles was eradicated in our country years ago, so why now are there measles outbreaks? Lauren Higgins says even Congress is looking into it.
Congress held hearings this week into the sharp rise in measles cases. There have been 159 cases reported in 10 states this year. As you probably know, measles is highly contagious. Children are completely protected if they get their shots. But a growing number of parents are refusing to get their kids vaccinated because they believe that the vaccine causes autism. Mrs. Herman, our school nurse, says there is no link between the 2. And unvaccinated students can spread the disease in schools. Teenagers like Ethan Lindenberger took matters into their own hands. The Ohio student, whose mother opposed the shots, got all of his childhood vaccinations as soon as he turned 18. I'm Lauren Hagan.
This week, the president's former lawyer called his ex-boss a racist, a con man, and a liar. Michael Cohen testified for the first time before Congress as it investigates whether the Trump campaign colluded with the Russians in the 2016 election. Cohen has already been convicted of lying to Congress and is looking at jail time.
Electric cars are becoming more popular and competitive. Volvo is joining the race and this week unveiled its new model, the Polestar 2. It's designed with 5 doors and 2 electric motors. It can travel up to 275 miles in a single charge and is aimed to compete with Tesla's newest model that came out last week.
And a man who once went viral for a kind gesture could potentially face time behind bars. Claire Wolf has the story.
Dietrich McGowan saw a bunch of Girl Scouts selling cookies on a street in Piedmont, South Carolina. He took pity on the girls standing in the cold, so he bought their entire supply of cookies, $540 worth. A mother of one of the girls was so touched by the heartwarming gesture that she posted the video on Facebook. But that was not a good thing for the Good Samaritan. A local TV station ran the video and investigators recognized McGowan as a suspected drug trafficker. He will now go on trial on federal drug charges. I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. I'm Claire Wolf.
And that's your Week in Review. Have a great weekend, Crusaders.